The Pokemon Python script. That's the trainer class. They ask you to create a trainer, so I've created that up at the top there with the constructor, which has a trainer name, three potions, and the Pokemon list, and the active Pokemon, and you've got the instant variables there: trainer name, potion one, potion two. Active Pokemon is a number. They're just strings which I put in. The Pokemon list is an array, which I will show you later on, and there's some methods in there. I'm not a big Pokemon player, so I tried to implement the functionality that was in that course and to demonstrate the use of objects and lists and methods, etc. And the functionality is there, but I'm sure you could expand it into a full blown game. The print Pokemon list will take print. Trainer name and then the Pokemon list, and then it iterates through the Pokemon array. And because what gets passed in here in the Pokemon list is an object array of Pokemon objects, which not trainer objects, Pokemon objects, which are defined below. I'll come down to that in a second. This is a development environment which I use. It's not online, but I've just posted it up there. For object in self Pokemon not list, so this is the self refers to this object. The Pokemon list in there, then it just prints out the object info. And the object info is defined below, which is a method that I have defined in the Pokemon objects, right? So the currently active Pokemon, that will print out the currently active one, and it will get the self, the Pokemon list, which is the array. The self, the Pokemon is a number, so it's indexing the array and calling the function name of the Pokemon object. Again, that is accessing a variable in the Pokemon object below, right? They are public variables. The heal Pokemon will just print out heals it, so it gains health of the currently active Pokemon. Again, that's an array, and that is an index into that array, and it gains health of 5. I've put in 5, so that heals it. And then you can switch the active Pokemon, so the self.active Pokemon goes to a new one, and then it just prints out what the currently active one, so it gives you some feedback, which is there. That's the current Pokemon there. That's the damage. That just prints out the currently active one down there. So that this method here is called here, which then just prints out some feedback. Now the trainer, they said that a trainer could attack another trainer, and then so this trainer comes in, this trainer gets attacked by, so the trainer, let's say I'm the current trainer, was attacked by an attacker, so that attacker trainer comes in here. So the trainer, my name, or say the current trainer, who's the current trainer, currently active Pokemon, he gets what is the current one, right? Then that current one gets damaged as per the requirements in the definition of the project. And so self damage current Pokemon. So I've implemented that above with damage the current Pokemon there. So the Pokemon list lose health. So I've called lose health function on the Pokemon object, which I'll get to in a moment. They're down below. So that loses its health, and again it's the same thing. The trainer now, so whoever gets attacked is losing health, and then the attacker is gaining. So he gains the currently active Pokemon of the attacker, currently active. That just prints that out, and then the prints out the currently active Pokemon is healed, and then the attacker heals the current Pokemon. So he gets healed up here. So he's the attacker, so he gains health, right? So that's the trainer, and mainly the functionality to look at there is the Pokemon list, which is an array of objects, Pokemon objects, which again are defined below, and the self is the currently active one, which is indexing into that array, and then I'm calling the name variable on that in order to get the name of that in the trainer object. This is the class Pokemon. It takes a constructor with all of these details there, and self.name, the level, the health, etc. They all are relevant to the game. Lose health, so the current Pokemon, again, these were called from the trainer class. Lose health, lose health is whatever we feed in, and it's the health of the Pokemon is down by the loose health amount, and then it just prints out some feedback there, and it gains it, which is the opposite. Knocks out set health equal to 0. That wasn't really implemented there. Revive it, it gives us some health, and then it's attacked by. So one Pokemon, I can feed in an attacker, and the current object, current Pokemon self.name was attacked by attacker.name, and then the attacker.name type is whatever type of it was, used fire or water. So there was various criteria that they gave. It's wasn't very detailed, but you know. So print self.name is type and hit self. So really what they're trying to do is grass puts out fire. So I've implemented all of that down, and the damage is 5. So if you know, if the attacker is grass, then grass is going to put out fire. So the attacker will sort of win that. As I've defined there, the damage is 5. You can set different damages. Man, I left them all at 5, but grass on water damage is 5. I might play around with that, change the values there. Attacker type puts out the his type, so water puts out fire, and then I've defined that water will put out fire, and so I've defined that there. And then let's say grass will put out fire. That's the way I'm sort of playing it. So I've coded all that in there, right? Class defines the water. I'm saying that water puts out fire. That's water and fire, grass and fire, and grass and fire, water and fire. Yeah, I've only implemented 2, and then I did the reverse of them. So that's all I've really implemented there, which really just demonstrates the functionality of calling methods, etc., back and forth. So the attacker loses health, etc., etc. One attacks the other. Now, I've also implemented this here, which is an info, which just prints out some of the variables within the current object. So the info for the Pokemon object is implemented there, name, level, So all of just those variables there. Then below, then I've created some Pokemon. So that's the Pokemon 1, 2, and 3 with some instance variables. And I was printing them out earlier on, but I'm not doing it now because there was too much text on screen, right? So Pokemon, that's the array of Pokemons, which we have to feed into the trainer. So the Pokemon list, appending them to the array. And then the trainer gets called. I just called the trainer 1, 3 different potions, and the Pokemon list, which is really what we're looking for to get the functionality of that. So that's the Pokemon array of objects. So the Pokemon 1, object 2, 3, and objects are getting appended to Pokemon list. Then the Pokemon list in the array is getting fed in to the trainer constructor, and then we print a Pokemon list, which is a function in the trainer and prints out the currently active Pokemon. Then I've created 3 new Pokemon. So I call them Zara 4 and Zara 5 and Zara 6, and they put them into an array, and that array then gets fed into the other trainer, and then the trainer 2 is attacked by trainer 1, and then everything gets printed out. So if I going to clear that, and then so we're going to see trainer 2 attacked, and just all the feedback coming out at the bottom. So that's it. And if I just scroll up there, you can see that the trainer 2 was attacked by trainer 1, and then all the data coming out there. Okay, so that's the Pokemon Python script there, which is included in the files that I'm going to send to you.